YouTube, Raj here. I hope you guys are well. Today I am back with an initial impressions video on the latest release into Dior's Fahrenheit line. This one is Fahrenheit Cologne. Fahrenheit Cologne, and here you can see the inside of the bottle. So this is not a first impressions, it's actually my scent of the day. I've worn it a couple of times, but it's not like a full-on review. And so yeah, so Fahrenheit Cologne, this is basically a fresher version of the original, which is one of the most distinctive, unique fragrances I've ever tried. It's really, really interesting. I think the original is a little bit too bold and a little bit too much for me. My personal favorite from Fahrenheit is the release before this one called Le Parfum, which I have reviewed. I'll leave the link down below. That's amazing. And he's my favorite one. This is a good release. It's a good smelling fragrance. It smells really nice. They've described it as a fresh woody fragrance, the elegance of a cologne, but the strength of Fahrenheit. A fresh, juicy, and peppery woody fragrance. They listed 3 notes here: mandarin from Sicily, violet, and nutmeg. But you know, you do get that DNA of Fahrenheit, that kind of petroleum gasoline vibe, which I'm not a massive fan of. The violet is normally quite strong in Fahrenheit. It's those 2 accords are dialed down, and you get this amazing, really, really juicy mandarin note in there. I never thought that this fragrance, this very iconic fragrance, could be freshened up to this level. Like, it just didn't seem that something that they could really do, because it felt like a bit of a clash. You know, Aqua Fahrenheit doesn't really smell like a freshie to me. Fahrenheit 32 kind of is, but this one is like the freshest version of Fahrenheit for me. It does have this aquatic vibe, this oceanic kind of feeling. It smells really nice. I like the way it performs on my skin in terms of projection. It's kind of just light and airy and doesn't push out too much. However, the longevity is, so far anyway, not great. I think, as you know, this is a cologne version, but it's Fahrenheit at the end of the day. A fragrance that is supposed to be potent and perform quite well. This one, 4 or 5 hours. By the way, these samples are not that great. They don't really distribute that much. So when what I might have to do is actually get the full bottle and do a few sprays. You know, the Fahrenheit, the Dior sprayers are normally really good. So yeah, I'm not so sure about performance. Maybe spraying on a bit more will help. But is it, you know, is it a necessary release into Dior's Fahrenheit line? Probably not. But if you don't like the boldness and the distinctiveness of the original, this would be a great place to start. Something a little bit lighter, easier to smell, kind of like a entry-level fragrance into the whole line. Really good. Not a fragrance I'll be buying. I just, you know, I've got other fragrances that I prefer, and if I'm gonna get a fresh fragrance, you know, I prefer it to be much fresher than this. This is kind of in the middle, maybe spring nights. You know, I think that would go really well. Definitely could wear it to work, smart casual. You know, it's a good scent. I mean, I'm not going to give a proper rating, but it's kind of in the 7.5 out of 10 region for now. Yeah, so there you go, Fahrenheit Cologne, my initial impressions. What about your impressions? Do you like this fragrance? If you have tried it, it is a fairly new release, so I'm not sure how many people would have tried this yet. Do you like the idea of another flanker? Is it a redundant release? Whatever you have to say, say it. So thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to hit the like button and subscribe, and also check out my Facebook page. Take care. Bye.